So I'm gonna try for the first time Google Beam. This is HP Dimension. Oh my God. You can see my, oh, nice. Oh, that's amazing. I move around. I can see all around you. Wow, you're just popping out right here.
Yeah, welcome to HP Dimension with Google Beam.
This is amazing. Whoa, this is the most advanced screen technology in the world, I would say. I would think. Wow.
I think you might be right.
This is cool.
What do you notice? What stands out to you?
It just feels like you're right there. If you put your hand forward, we can touch each other, I think. Oh, I'm grabbing the apple. No, this is amazing. This is so cool. I see there's so much technology going on because something is happening around the apple with the focus and everything. And this is real light field. The most advanced light field I've ever seen. I don't know if you, let's do the interview. This other guy's waiting, right? Yeah, so I can ask you more questions out there.
Yes, if you'd like, you can, when I put the screen back up, if you'd like to do some B-roll in the room, you can do that.
Okay, cool.
But I'll come get you.
Okay, that's amazing. Wow, that was cool. Okay, let's do the interview right here. All right.
No, actually, we have Steven on our team. Hey, I'm Brett Hiley from the Google Beam team. We're here at ISE 2026, sharing an early look at HP Dimension with Google Beam.
So that was mind-blowingly amazing. Did I just see a light field display?
You did. You did, and you saw me through that light field display, and hopefully, if we've done our job right.
Was it 16K?
It's 8K.
8K?
8K, yeah.
But how do I get so much resolution in what I'm seeing? There's a lot of angles of the screen, right?
Yeah.
How does it work?
So we have an array of cameras, 2D cameras that are capturing you from different perspectives. And then we use the Google Beam AI video models to effectively render a 3D model of what you and I look like instantaneously. And then we can share that on the light field display in a way that tracks your eyes and allows to create the correct perspective for every frame in the video.
It was so amazing when I moved. So it says here HP Dimension. What is the stage of what I just saw?
Yeah, this is an early look. So HP Dimension is coming out this year to our first wave of customers. It's the first product ever built using Google Beam technology. We'll be launching in quite a few initial markets this year and then expanding it beyond that.
How good does it work from far away? From, like, let's say, the other side of the world?
Yeah. So I've already used this connecting intercontinentally between California, the United States, and London in the United Kingdom. And the experience is no different than from what you and I had here today.
There has some really low latency undersea cables that are working out.
That certainly
for
helps.
This, because you need low latency.
Yeah, that certainly helps. Yeah.
You need a good bandwidth. How good of a bandwidth do you need?
Really, our goal is you can put this into any existing meeting room. So your traditional power, your traditional enterprise network.
Gigabit?
That should be more than enough. That's way more than enough.
Way more than enough, gigabit. Because it looked like, when you're talking to me about 8K, it looked like everything I was seeing was 8K, but it's not quite, right?
No, not quite.
It was so sharp, you know?
Yeah, but we've done a lot of work researching, understanding things as subtle as where your focus is, and therefore which sections of the screen of that visual experience need to be the most refined so that we can provide you the highest quality experience with the lowest possible bandwidth needs.
It's like what do you call it? Rendering, high rendering where you're looking. The what do you call it? The focused rendering. I don't know.
No, you're on the right track. We've got.
What did I see around the apple when you showed it to me? There was a little artifacts. Why does it do to what? Is it due to the depth of field calculations? Something?
I don't know exactly what you saw, but there could have been partially that. But also, this is still a model that we're training and gets better and better every day. The more we use it.
How much is enhanced by real-time AI algorithms in there? A whole bunch? Like this is a bunch of AI is making this possible, right?
Exactly. So it's converting an array of 2D videos, stitching those together, making some assumptions, and using AI to fill in a few gaps so that we can recreate what you and I look like as closely as possible.
There's a queue of people the whole week here.
Yeah.
What have people said?
We get a lot of people I love ISE because you have the most knowledgeable people in the world are coming to this event, and part of the joy of working on this product is we hear the folks who are the most knowledgeable say this is something I've never seen before, and I think have the greatest appreciation for what our research team has been able to produce.
Because the joy of video, I think, is that it's the second best thing to being there.
Yeah.
But this is like,
Now it's the third best thing.
I've never seen that level of video.
Yeah.
This is like the highest quality display experience in the world, is it?
I think so. Yeah, we struggle to define it sometimes because it truly is something new. The best way to describe it is it actually feels like you're there. And so all of the elements that you have meeting face to face, like we can recreate just about all of that here using Google Beam with HP Dimension, and it's only going to get better.
Is it only one-to-one?
Right now, the fully immersive experience is one-to-one, but there's some interesting things we can do to elevate all experiences as well, because we have so much horsepower and we can really make the most, create the right lighting environment, really make you look as good as possible in any format.
Because I've been fascinated in the last few years with the upscaling ideas of people upscaling like 1080p to 4K or, it seems that there's some kind of crazy upscaling happening. That's how it works. Because as I understand, an 8K light field display, you have to divide it into a bunch of 720p's, or I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, there's something happening. Can you say anything? You don't have to say some secrets.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
I don't want to get secrets.
I might misstate something, so I don't want to lead you astray.
So, professionals at the ISE, they know everything about video conferencing and displays and LEDs and all that stuff and cameras.
Yeah.
How about the rest of the world? Is there any chance they can get to experience this?
Yeah, so it's our goal to share this with as many people as possible. Of course, ISE is a great way to do that because there's such a concentration of knowledgeable folks who come here. We're starting to use these already at our Google offices, so sometimes we have visitors, customers, partners who come in, and we're excited to share it with them. I think you'll see in the next coming years, this course will become more accessible and we'll get to share it with more people.
Because Google has cool offices around the world, and sometimes you need to feel like you're in the room, so you have more efficiency, and you can really get a feeling of, okay, what's the challenge right now? There's a challenge. How do we fix it? You want to feel like you're in a room with the guys who are trying to fix it in Zurich when you're in San Francisco or something, right? Or Mountain View.
That's totally right. So there's 100,000 people here this week, something like that, and like we're here in person for a reason. Like we understand there's something uniquely valuable about being together in person. And while we can't recreate a conference using this technology yet, like we can recreate those interpersonal connections between two people. And that's part of why people come here, and that's part of what people want to achieve every day with their coworkers, with customers, or family members.
So this was real-time, live communication. What about the whole world of recording 3D experiences and reliving them also in this kind of quality? Does it make sense to use this technology also there?
Sure. So we're very excited about the ways we could use Google Beam for other use cases. Like we're really focused on HP Dimension and making sure folks who use HP Dimension get the best experience possible. And there's a pretty large number of use cases for that. But of course, Google Beam could be used for other shapes and sizes, other types of events. Really, like the hardest thing to do is lifelike human interactions in real time. So we started on the harder end of the scale. It's easy to think about what other types of virtual experiences we could plug into this as well.
Because it's a one-to-one. One use case I'm imagining could be cool is to get a summary for other people to go and watch. You know what I mean?
Could be.
Like they can jump in and say, hey, go and watch the conversation I just had with my friend, with my colleague.
That's right.
And you need to just also be in the room and listen to what he said. And now you give me your reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one of the great early use cases that we've seen both from Google and from customers is new employee interviewing. And there's definitely a lot of value in being able to meet with somebody face to face, understand there's just more efficient communication. You can use all of your nonverbal communication skills. You can build more empathy. You can understand one another better. And so I could certainly see a case where instead of making a candidate experience 7, 8, 9 different interviews, like you could have a much more realistic ability to transmit that interview across the recruiting team.
Google is very famous for those interviews for hiring people, right?
Yes, that's right.
There's all these, I guess, I don't know how it is, but strange questions and interesting. And it's all about, you need to get a feeling of the person.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm guessing, for example, maybe somebody's so talented and for sure they will be hired, but you need to figure out where they should work. In which office?
Yeah.
And maybe there's a few interviews and say, should you come over here to Mountain View, or should you work in Zurich, or should you work in other, and maybe this makes sense, right?
Yes, I also think it's possible that in a world of increasingly distributed workforces, this makes the ability to be distributed, allows for a similar level of efficiency and collaboration amongst a team, even if they are more distributed. So maybe right now, you really need a person who can collaborate with a team in Zurich, but this person, you've got a very talented employee in New York City. Now you have an opportunity to hire that talent where they are, but still allow for more effective collaboration between those locations.
And I guess you have code maintainers, some of these guys that are like so advanced engineers that you kind of treat them like kings a little bit, and they can maybe sometime work from home. So they can say, I want one of these beams at my house.
Possible.
And they can be so good that maybe they get one.
Sure. Yeah.
And they can, that's just, is it too expensive, right? How much is cost?
No.
Can you say the price? Or?
Yeah. So we're close to launching this. HP Dimension will be available through HP and their distribution network. They have many partners, talented partners who will be able to sell this. I've already announced that the list price will be $24,999 US
for
per
each
station. Yeah, per each station. Wow. So we think it's something that allowed there to be some additional scale of adoption.
Thousands of enterprises going to get it already.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Imagine every pixel, every sound, enabled through HDMI technology. From the highest resolutions, the fastest refresh rates, to immersive multi-channel audio, HDMI technology powers a worldwide ecosystem of devices for movies, for gaming, for creators. Experience clarity, performance, connection. HDMI technology. Connect the future today.